lack of knowledge is a lack of power. And what we don't know about how we work has disempowered us from taking control of how we work. We are creators. That's quantum physics. And the idea about that, then I look at people and I go, well, how's your creation going here? And it's like, it's not really going very well. I said, but you're the creator. And it's like, well, no, I feel like the victim. And I go, lack of knowledge is a lack of power. The brain is an information processor, a computer. It's exactly what it is. And now that we have so much familiarity with the silicon-based computer, this carbon-based computer in here has the same fundamental mechanisms. They both use the same thing. So let's go back in the old days, for example, when before they put programs in your computer, you could go buy a brand new computer, come home, push start, boots up, screen lights up. I say, now do something. And you go, can't do anything. I say, got a brand new computer. You go, not until I put programs in the computer can I use the computer. Mm-hmm. The idea is in the last trimester of pregnancy, a fetus brain lights up, screen's on, but it can't do anything until programs come in. The subconscious, I said, is the equivalent of a hard drive on a computer. It can run the show. You push start, it could do things. You don't have to even attend to it. It does it by itself. The conscious mind is the equivalent of who's typing on the keyboard, because you're the one that's putting information into this thing. You put wires on a person's head, it's called electroencephalograph, and you can read brain function. But the functions are in vibrational frequencies. The lowest frequency is delta, that's sleep. The highest frequency, well, it's called gamma, that's peak performance. And then one that we're almost always in is beta, which is thinking, schoolroom, focused consciousness. When you go home at night from that beta thinking process, you relax, then the vibrations even slow down a bit more, and then you're in alpha, which is calm consciousness. And then the moment you fall asleep, the moment you just lost it, you're gone. Your brain is in now a lower vibration called theta. Well, a child's life is in theta for the first 7 years. I go, so what does it represent? Theta is hypnosis. I go, why should the child's brain be in hypnosis? And the answer is, that's how it got programmed. So I say, why are we downloading these behaviors? And the answer is, you need the fundamental behaviors to be the member of a family and a community. And these are programs. Watch your father, watch your mother, watch your family, community. You're observing them like a video recorder. And whatever behavior they're experiencing, you are downloading that kind of behavior. Why? You want to be a member of the family and community. You got to follow the rules. And so what are the rules? Observe them, download them. So your subconscious is like a hard drive in a computer. It's got programs in it. Unfortunately, there's no filter device, meaning good stuff gets downloaded, bad stuff gets downloaded. About 60% of the downloaded programs, behaviors that are in that subconscious are disempowering or self-sabotaging or limiting beliefs we acquired from other people. Your life, 95% is coming from the program. It's the programming in the first 7 years of your life that you're going to run that life from. So you look at your life right now and recognize all the things that you like that come into your life. They come in because you have programs to acknowledge those things. But the things that you strive for, wish for, work hard for, put effort into it, sweat over, it's like, I'm going to make it, I'm working on it. Whatever program you got doesn't support that destination. And then you are going to try to use your conscious awareness to override the program. And that's not a very successful approach. The program is observing other people. If your father was well off and well-to-do, then you unconsciously downloaded the behavior to manifest what he was manifesting. But if you come from a poor family and all you talk about is struggle and we can't get there and it's so hard and life is trouble and blah, 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 you downloaded that one. Right. And that means most of us do have a concern about, what if I don't have the money? I can't get health care. I can't get food. Where am I going to sleep? Homeless people, where do they come from? And so the significance about all this is, if you're concerned about the money, you're concerned about the fact that your programming said you're not successful, that you're not going to make it. People are living under a misbelief that life is a struggle. And if they don't go out there in that rat race and compete like all the other rats out there, they're going to not make it. One of the main beliefs that they're caught up in is the lack of power they feel over their own health and their own reality. That I'm a victim. I'm a victim of my genes. I'm a victim of this world out here. If I believe I'm a victim, then my behavior will be as a victim. No power. You guys tell me what to do, and I'll try and do what you just said. And I say, well, that's the biggest problem of all, because quantum physics, I mentioned, is the most valid science. And principle number one is you're the creator of this. And it's like, well, when are you going to own that? If you believe you're a victim, you give up your power. Remember that. Victim means I have no power. At every level, I'm a victim of what? Well, my job. If I don't do what they said, then I lose my job. I don't have a job. I don't have any money. I don't have any health care. I don't have any money. And all of a sudden you start to realize, well, then where do I get the money? And then you better start conforming to whoever's going to give you the money. My spirit, the church has this power. They tell me what to do. Over my health, the medical doctor has the power. They tell me what to do. And my life becomes shaped by those opinions. They're not even mine. You're not living your life. You're living the program that you think you need to do to fit into the picture. And if you live the program, it's almost all disempowerment. I can't do this. Right. This won't happen. I can't, whatever. I'm a victim. And victims, by just saying that, the word is powerless. Victim and powerless, same word. We look at life going, oh man, that's not what I wanted. This is not really good. And I go, where's this coming from? Well, those people are causing, this people are causing. And I go, no, you're the creator. Didn't see what you were creating with. And when we get personal awareness of this, then personal empowerment is the next step, because now it's like, well, if I'm doing this, then I'm the one that can change it. And I go, absolutely. Only 5% of the day is the conscious mind actually engaged in creating. Creative conscious mind is the one that gives you a destination and a future. Subconscious mind just gives you autopilot. Whatever you're not controlling with your conscious mind, subconscious mind throws a program in and does it. And if you change the program, then 95% of the day, if you put a program that's your wishes and your desires, then 95% of the day you will be manifesting that when the program is running, and plus an additional 5% when your conscious mind is running it. So that would be 100% of the day you would be moving toward wishes and desires. But you have to look at the program. That's why we announce. I say, what's the program? Look at your life. What do you want to change? What's not working for you? First, identify you love yourself, because then everything you do after that will be supporting your love. Okay. Then deservability. I do not deserve. Why? Well, that's what I was programmed. I'm not smart enough. I'm not good enough. I'm not wealthy enough. I'm not beautiful enough, whatever. I go, you better start programming, I deserve X. I deserve Y. Not I will deserve. I deserve. Because any futurism in a subconscious mind doesn't work, because subconscious doesn't see future. It just sees the moment. That's why everything, go back to, it has to be in the present tense. I am healthy. I am wealthy. I am lovable. There are 3 ways to program. So there's not just one. What are the other ways of programming a habit? And I say, well, how'd you get the habit? Because you were in hypnosis for 7 years. And I say, how do you get into hypnosis? I say, well, guess what? Remember, when you're at work, you have higher vibration. Then you come home, the vibration calms down, alpha. And then the moment you fall asleep, you are in a vibration called theta, which is hypnosis. So putting earphones on at night with a program of what you want to be true in your life, and just put it, you're sleeping and the program is talking to your subconscious, and you wake up and the program is already manifested, okay? So that's hypnosis. It's called self-hypnosis. Second way, you still learn things after you were 7 years old, driving a car, playing an instrument, sports, whatever you learned then. I go, well, how'd you learn that? Because it became a habit. I say, repetition, practice. That's what makes a habit after age 7. Right. Anything you want, then you got to practice it and you can manifest it. The third way is a new form of psychology called energy psychology. Maybe you've seen somebody read a book. It's called super learning. They can open up a book to a page and they can take their finger and go down the page, and they read everything just as fast as I went like that. I read every word on the page. That's called super learning. Energy psychology, 15 minutes in a super learning state will download a behavior in 15 minutes. You walk away, it's totally different. So energy psychology can rewrite a program you've had your whole life, and in minutes, rewrite it. You're not a victim of your heredity. You're the master of your genetic activity. And therefore, you can manifest whatever you want to program at this point. You're free to change the program. It's time to take the power back and become what you want to be in this life, because you don't realize you're playing programs that are sabotaging you all day long. And you don't see it. You're the only one. Most people say, yeah, I can change, but it's not working. They said, think positive, and I thought positive, and it didn't work.
It's not working, yeah.
No, because the idea was you can think all you want, but the problem is while you're thinking, you're actually playing the negative program. So thinking about being positive is actually creating the negative problem, because you're not paying attention when you're thinking about being positive.